Welcome to Doc's Daily Dose for Dads, prescribed by Dr. Harrison. All right, I've got a simple one. It's going to be real quick today. You know, a lot of times the kids will get in trouble, and the first thing the parent wants to ask is, why did you do that? You know the answer to that. You don't need to ask that question. Why did they do it? Maybe because they thought it was going to be fun. Maybe because they thought it was going to be cool. Maybe it was peer pressure. Maybe they liked what they were doing. Maybe they seen you do it before in the past. Maybe they don't have an answer for you. Or maybe they just simply thought they could get away with it. But either way, why doesn't do anything but give you an answer that makes you even more upset and more confused and baffled as to why they thought that was okay. Or you'll get that blank stare and that head down, not really giving you an answer. Right? Because they don't want to say something to get in trouble. They know they weren't supposed to do that most of the time. So instead of asking why, ask how, what, when, and where. Let's take, for example, your kid decides to take a marker and write on the white walls. Well, why did he do it? He saw a blank canvas. Maybe he wanted to change the color of his room. Maybe he just likes to draw. And maybe he didn't think you were going to catch him. But if you were to ask, how do you think that makes me feel when you do things you're not supposed to do? Now the kid has to sit and reflect, yeah, you know, when I do stuff I'm not supposed to, I usually get in trouble and mommy and daddy are upset, but, you know, it doesn't make them feel good. Now they're taking perspectives of other people. What happens when you break the rules? Well, maybe I get this taken away or I get grounded or whatever the punishment is. Now they're thinking about the consequences to breaking the rules, and they're aware of what's coming down the pipe. When you draw on the wall, let's see, you can ask a when question like, when you break the rules, do you end up getting to do the other things you want to do? And they'll be like, no, actually, when I break the rules, you know, nothing really good comes out of it. When I listen, and you can ask something like, when you do follow the rules, what do you get? Well, when I listen and follow the rules, mommy and daddy are actually pretty fair and give me a lot of the stuff that I want. Again, self-awareness. Thinking about things in the future as opposed to this impulsive action. And then, where's another place you could have been drawing instead of the wall? I probably could have pulled out a piece of paper and just drawn on that. And what would have happened had you given me a piece of paper with a drawing on it? You would have loved it. You probably would have put it up on the fridge. That gives them an option for something else they could have done. Now, after that conversation, whatever discipline or punishment you're going to shell out, that's on you. We'll talk about styles of punishment or discipline later down the road. But whatever that is, that's on you. But in that moment, you're calmed down, your emotions are removed, you're asking them logical, rational questions for them to think about. They have to think about them, reflect, take other people's perspectives, think about their own self-awareness, and recognize the consequences to the rules that they're breaking and actually give you an answer. And they're not going to feel stuck, not worrying about what should I share when they ask why, or giving you a blank look, because they know the answers to the questions of how, what, when, and where. The question of why, they're unsure of what to give you, because they don't want to get in trouble even further. So get them to think critically, and when you do that, you get real answers. And those answers are based in self-awareness as well as perspective taking of other people. And it allows them to reflect on being impulsive versus taking some time to think about what in the world they're just about to get into. And at the end of the day, this is going to allow you to have better future options with respect to how they're going to behave. Next time, they might think about why they're doing something because you've given them the training to start thinking about it before they do that. But with the why question, they're not thinking about anything. They're simply going to respond and do what they do. And for whatever why reason that is, which really doesn't matter. But the other questions, that'll give you something to work with. So stop asking why and start asking how, what, when, and where. All right, you guys, that's Doc's Daily Dose for Dads. Don't forget to hashtag Doc's Daily Dose for Dads, hashtag 4D, all social media at rebirthbx. Check out the website, rebirthbx.com. We're also on Apple Podcasts and Google Play Music. Got some great stuff coming up for you here, lined up in the week. Enjoy the rest of your night.